Hi everyone, and welcome to my first installment of Tag Tuesday. Tag I'm going to do is not about books. It's actually about my second favorite love, and that is television shows. I saw this on Heather's channel over at Bookables. I don't know who the original video came from, but I will link Heather's video to it down below. So if you want to do it and write down the questions, feel free to do so. The first question is, what is your favorite TV shows? It didn't specify if this was like favorite all time or favorite right now, so I decided I'm just going to tell you my favorite top 5 all-time favorite TV shows. So the first one is absolutely 100% without a doubt Friends. I watched it even clear back in the 90s when I was like in the 5th grade, and like I watch it now and I'm like, why did my parents let me watch this? Like, some of it can be pretty raunchy, but I love Friends. It will be my top #1 show for all time. The second one is Lost, and I know a lot of people got frustrated with Lost and they stopped watching in like the 4th or 5th season, but oh my gosh, the ending, guys, was so beautiful, and it was just so perfect, and it wrapped everything up, and I absolutely love that show. I love the mystery and everything about it. Number 3 is Game of Thrones. That's one show that my whole family watches. My husband watches it, my parents watch it, and we all get together on Monday night for dinner, and we talk about the newest episode and what happened and what we liked and our theories and all of that. Number 4 is Gilmore Girls, which I was actually late to the game with Gilmore Girls. I don't know what I was doing in the early 2000s that I was not watching Gilmore Girls, but my friend Tiffany's like, listen, the Gilmore Girls revival is coming up, and you have got to get caught up because I have to talk about the revival once it comes out. This was like last year when the revival was happening. So I binge watched the entire thing in like 2 months, and I got all caught up and stayed up until it launched on Netflix and watched the revival, and I fell in love with it, everything about it. Like I said, I don't know what I was doing in the early 2000s that I was not watching this show, but I'm glad that I found it because it's an awesome show. And the 5th one, my favorite all-time television show, is actually a new one, and it's Westworld on HBO. Oh my gosh, it just feeds my nerdy soul. I love that there's robots, and it's sci-fi, and it's just this whole other world. I mean, it's just brilliant. It is so good. And if you're not watching Westworld, you need to be. You need to binge watch it right now. So the second question is, what is your favorite genre? I watch so many, I mean, just based on my top 5 favorite TV shows, you can tell I watch a lot of genre of television. But I would have to say my all-time favorite is sci-fi, fantasy kind of things. Like Game of Thrones, Westworld, things like that. I love just the fantasy of it. I don't know. I love the science of Westworld, but then I love the otherworldliness of Game of Thrones. So I'm just really drawn to television shows like that. I've just been watching a lot of them lately. Number 3 is, what is your least favorite TV shows? Now, there's not a whole lot of TV shows that I don't like, but I think one that I just couldn't get into, and like I watched a few of them, and I just thought it was probably the dumbest show I've ever seen. And I'm sorry if this is your favorite show or if you like it, but it's Mad Men. I just couldn't. I don't know. I just thought it was so boring. I don't know what it was I didn't like about it. Maybe I need to give it a second chance. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Drop me in the comments if you think I should give Mad Men a second chance. But I just couldn't. I didn't like it. I don't know. maybe I just needed to watch more. Fourth question is, what is your most rewatched television show? This, for my husband and I, is without a doubt How I Met Your Mother. It's probably one of my all-time favorite shows. If I had a list of top 10, it would definitely be on there. We just turn it on sometimes just for background noise. I mean, he'll be on his phone, I'll be on my phone, we'll just be like mouthing the words along with the television show. But I think we've rewatched all 9 seasons now, I think 3 times, maybe 4. But it's just one that when you start at the beginning, you have to keep going. Even though you know how it ends, you just have to. I don't know. It's like a law. It's a force that makes you watch all 9 seasons. But that's why we've watched it so many times. The 5th question is, would you rather binge watch television shows or watch them week to week? Hands down, I binge watch television. I actually like that I don't start a TV show like right when it first comes out, because I like to have them pile up, and I like to get on Netflix and watch it and things like that, because if I have to wait week to week, I get so impatient, especially if TV shows end on a cliffhanger. I absolutely hate that. So even with the shows that come out week to week, I DVR them and I sort of like let them pile up so I can watch them. But there are a few that I do watch week to week just because I love them so much. This Is Us is one I watch week to week. Project Runway, I don't know. I put it on when I'm about to go to sleep and I like to fall asleep to it. What's another one? How to Get Away with Murder. That's the one that it ends on a cliffhanger every week, so I get mad. I don't like to be patient in between. But I definitely like to binge watch shows more than I like to watch them week to week. Who are your favorite characters? I have so many favorite characters, but I think my favorites has to be Chandler and Joey off of Friends. I love them so much. I also love Tyrion off Game of Thrones. He is so funny. He's just like the comic relief that you need in a show that's so dark. And then I love Jess on Gilmore Girls. He has my heart. And I hated him at first. And I'm like texting Tiffany. I'm like, I cannot stand Jess. And she's like, just keep watching. You're going to love him. He's going to redeem himself. It's going to be okay. And then I really enjoy Marshall of How I Met Your Mother because I love Jason Segel. He's probably my favorite actor. So anything he's in, anything he does, I'm a fan of. And I love him so much. The 7th question is, who are your favorite ships? Just based on my top 5 favorite TV shows, you probably have guessed already that Ross and Rachel is my all-time favorite ship. They're original. They're the original gangsters of the ship. You know, I just love them. Another one is Rory and Jess. Out of all of Rory's relationships, I think I liked her and Jess the most. I thought they complemented each other really well. I just really liked them together. And then I really like Amy and Jonah off of Superstore, which is another show that I watch week to week. They're not together yet, but you know, they're kind of teasing about it and dancing around it, but I really hope that they get together because I really enjoy them together. Question number 8 is, what is a show that you could never get into? For me, I think it has to be Gossip Girl. I really enjoyed it in the beginning, and then I sort of read something and it ruined it for me, so I just kind of stopped watching it. But and then, you know, I don't know, it wasn't dark enough for me. Like, I was really hoping it would be similar to Pretty Little Liars, which it is, but I just wanted it to go a little bit darker. And maybe if I kept watching, maybe it would have. I don't know. But I don't know. I just really wish it was darker and gloomier and scarier. I don't know. I'm weird like that. Question number 9 is, what is a show that you fell out of love with? For me, this is Vikings. I absolutely loved Vikings when it first came out, but then they killed off one of my favorite all-time characters, and I knew he was gonna die, but I just couldn't watch it after that because it just wasn't the same show. Question number 10 is, what is a show that was canceled too soon? I don't know if anybody will remember this. I think it was like a summer premiere that came out one summer. But Josh and I really got into it, and that's the show Siberia. It kind of got slow in the middle, but I don't know, at the end it was really mysterious. It was sort of like a darker take on Survivor. It wasn't reality. It was sort of a drama that was based on a reality show, and they dropped these people in the middle of Siberia, and all of these crazy things started happening, and there was things out in the woods, and it was just really scary, and I have to know what happens, but it never continued past season 1. Number 11 is, what are your guilty pleasure shows? When it was on, my guilty pleasure was Pretty Little Liars. I watched every single season, even though after every season finale, I was like, that's it, I'm not watching anymore. They still haven't told me who A is, and I'm just done. But I would get suckered back in, and I would watch it, and I just ended up really disappointed. Another one is Jersey Shore, and I'm so freaking happy that they're bringing it back because, I don't know, I just love garbage like that. Sometimes you just have to watch garbage, and that's the garbage that I watch. Last guilty pleasure show is The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and The Bachelor in Paradise. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed to say that because I am such a feminist about things, and that show is disgusting, and the people on there are crazy half the time, and I don't know. I know all the relationships on there are fake, but I don't know. I can't stop watching it. Like, I got out of it for a few years, and then I started watching again, and now I'm just suckered in. I shouldn't have ever started again. It's like a soap opera. You just can't stop. And the final question is, what are you currently watching now? A lot of my shows have had their season finale for the winter already, but shows I'm currently watching right now is This Is Us, even though it's already had its winter finale, How to Get Away with Murder, and right now we just started season 8 of Shameless. So those are the shows I'm sort of focusing on right now. I have a lot more saved on my DVR and a lot more that will return again in January, but I watch a lot of TV. It's sort of embarrassing. For my TV tag, thank you so much for watching, and I tag all of you who are addicted to TV shamelessly like I am. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.